Hello friends, welcome back to another episode of RM Cookbook. Today I'm going to share with you a very delicious recipe of stuffed paratha with mincemeat. Now in this YouTube channel you can find a recipe of plain paratha, but this recipe is slightly different because you're going to stuff it with full pre-cooked mincemeat with the stuffed paratha. So let me just show you what you need. Here you can see my pre-cooked mincemeat with potato. If you wanted to see how I prepared this mincemeat mixture, there is a recipe on the channel which where I prepared some pizza topping with mincemeat, so you could see that one. In this mincemeat mixture I'm just adding one extra ingredient, which is just a single egg. I need to add this egg is because this egg acts as a gelling agent when I make the stuffed paratha. Now here is the dough of the paratha. This dough is no different than the plain paratha recipe which I prepared previously. So if you wanted to see how I prepared this dough, have a look at that recipe. That should show you how I prepared the dough. Again, because the consistency and everything is same, we're splitting into 4 equal size pieces. Dough into 4 equal size pieces, and from each piece we're going to make just one paratha. Now the process for this stuffed paratha is going to be different, and the difference basically starts from here. You will see here we will not do any kind of fold because the previous paratha has lots of folds in it. Here we will just use our rolling pin and just roll the dough in a way so that it's very thin, square shape dough we are trying to make, even though it's slightly rounded, so that's not a problem. Just make a very thin bread. Thinness, in a word, say no more than 5 to 10 millimeter thickness. So that's what basically what we are aiming for. When that is done, take your mincemeat mixture over here, like 3 or 4 teaspoon of mincemeat mixture. Just spread it around and then fold it just to cover it like a pocket. So mincemeat mixture inside the pocket, and that's basically your stuffed paratha is done. Now take a frying pan. To that add your choice of oil which you would like to fry it in. I'm just using extra virgin olive oil, extra virgin coconut oil over here to fry the paratha. So once the frying pan is hot enough, put that paratha over there. Now for each side we have to leave it for at least around 1 or 2 minutes, and you should not put the flame fully high because that's going to be just completely burning the side. So medium high flame, leave it for 1 or 2 minutes so that each side has the opportunity to turn this kind of golden brown color. And as you see sometime, because the one each side will soak in the oil, so when you actually turn it around and the other side is going there for the first time, put a bit of oil so that it also gets the chance to get fried. Normally the way these parathas are actually made back in Southeast Asian countries is they deep fried, and this is one of the street food which you can get, and sometimes people make it in their house also. So deep fry is very unhealthy, so that's the reason I'm actually doing shallow fry over here. But the problem of shallow frying is you get these edges and the corners which doesn't get enough oil to get it fried. So we just have to be a bit more creative when we are actually frying our paratha. So I'm actually using 2 spatula to make it stand up, and just make sure you hold just for a minute or 2 each side so that they also have the opportunity to get fully cooked. Otherwise you will end up with raw dough in your mouth, which you don't want. And once all the sides are properly fried and cooked, you just take it off the frying pan, and this is basically how you would make your stuffed paratha. Now I had 4 doughs, so I'm just showing you just one, but this is how I actually ended up making 4 of them, and I'm serving it with homemade tomato ketchup. This ketchup is also quite delicious, and recipe will be up soon, shortly. But it's very delicious to see, and I mean, to taste with the homemade ketchup. If you don't have homemade ketchup, you can use any sort of sauce of your choice. And now basically, let me just show you how the inside looks, and also we were a bit quite impatient. We couldn't wait, so we also wanted to taste it, how it looks. But as you can see, as I cut it, inside there is no wetness. So you saw the mixture of the mincemeat and egg. It was quite wet, but the cooking process that I have actually spent around minute or 2 minutes on each side, and then rotated the side, resulted that inside is thoroughly cooked, and because of the egg, it actually made sure the mixture didn't leak out. The egg got cooked and made sure the paratha was actually completely locked in. The outside and inside are thoroughly cooked. So this is basically how you would prepare your stuffed paratha. And as I said in the previous video also of the plain paratha, that you could put mincemeat, you could put chopped chicken or fish or vegetables. There is also another recipe where they just make aloo paratha. Aloo means actually potato, so you can have chopped potatoes also with spices, fried separately, and then again in the same pocket you put these potatoes and fry it in the same process, so that becomes a vegetable stuffed paratha. So I hope you like this recipe. If you did, give us like. If you haven't subscribed to our channel, if you're a new foodie like us visiting our channel, welcome. Consider subscribing. This way we can update you with new recipes every week. And thank you again for your time watching this recipe.